You know, there's something oddly serene about being on this derelict ship. I also can't help but notice there looks to be a bit of a rope bridge there, and I can't help but wonder if there's going to be a way to get up there. Maybe later. Anyways, hello everyone. This is Quiversee. Welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. I kind of did a dumb and only ended up being able to record once during the last recording session, and for a game like this, that's probably a bad idea, so it's been like 4 or 5 days since my last one, and I'm trying to remember everything that I did. But if I'm recalling everything correctly, we began at the end, which resulted in, yeah, because we had 4 fates here. We had figured out who the captain was and what happened to him. We found an unknown soul that was stabbed by him. Another one that was beat in the face by the captain. We saw that he had ended his own life. Because, oh yeah, this isn't the captain. This is the captain's brother-in-law? And we also saw that there was some kind of Kraken attack. So there's a lot of stuff that we still have to kind of figure out. But we also gained access down here. And it looks like we have ourselves another fresh corpse. So let's not waste any time and start puzzling. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Okay. So we got a couple of people here that are falling down the stairs. This looks to be relatively early in the Kraken attack, I think. That or it's relatively late in it because the ship's kind of tilting. But I feel like it's early. Like, I don't know, it's a little hard to tell. Anything over here of interest? There's a door that's locked. Another door that's open, but it leads into darkness that we can't see. At least not in this timeline. Okay, I'm not really able to glean much information about most of these folks. I think there's another dead body down there, though. We might be able to go further back in the past with that one. But let's start with what we do know. This is part of the Doom. Okay, the gun deck. First things first. Okay, I was right. It is earlier. Because this is the earliest part of the Doom that we've seen so far. Well, we might not know who this is, but we know how they died. They were crushed by a cannon. Easy enough. Located on the gun deck, and 4 others were present. This guy, who we apparently can identify. The guy that blew up. And some other schmo. And this guy, who we can't tell much about. You. We need to be able to identify you. I want to bookmark your memories, so hang on. Depicted in Justice at Sea sketch. So he was also in here, right? Is that what this is telling me? I haven't really used the... Okay, yeah, there he is. I haven't really used the bookmark feature much. So in the first memory we had with him... Oh dear. Okay, nope, I was right. We can go further back. I might need to revisit this one. Because Oh! Yeah, I'll definitely have to revisit this. But first things first, let's activate another corpse. Oh, there we go. Okay. I was able to climb over the cannon. Oh, here he is. I think. Yeah. There we go. I'm gonna follow this trail of breadcrumbs as far as I can. That guy got shot by a cannon. As an aside, I love the look of the, like, blast flare in this art style. It's oddly captivating. All right, time to gather clues. So there's these two goobers. He's holding a fuse. I don't think this is the guy that was killed by the cannon. Was he? No, this is a different guy. So I think he got killed actually by this dude. I think he killed him, albeit accidentally, with the lit fuse. We've seen you. You're the guy that I was assuming was one of the Indian crewmen, I believe. But alas, there's not much I can really do with that information yet, and I'm still making a lot of assumptions. But first things first, we can at least deduce how another person has been slain. Oh wait, there's two? Well, the guy with the hat we know was killed with the cannon. So we want shot by cannon. Was he really shot by anyone? I don't think he was shot by anyone. I think it was an accident. I don't know about this guy, though. All right, hold on. Let me take another look. Oh, there's gonna be another one. Okay. But yeah, he was shot by a cannon. Oh, wait, hello. Okay, that's interesting. Who are you? Come on, I had it. I had it. I need to see. Who do ye be? Aha! That guy. He was shot by that guy. Oh. Over the book while examining the face to flip directly to the sketch. Ooh. Interesting. Formosan royalty. I'll have to remember that. So the dude who killed him with the cannon is on this sketch. Was it this one? I forget who it was already. Well, oh. Who is this and how did they die? Wait. Is that him? No. I need to find the guy that died. Wasn't any of y'all. Who's the other one that died? Is there... Oh, no, that's a tentacle out there. Wait. Oh, this is... Yeah, that's the guy that got exploded. Oh, hello. This door's unlocked. Oh. I didn't want to activate that yet. Oh, well. I suppose that's another piece of the puzzle I'll have to solve. Let's just continue down the rabbit hole for now. Did the ghost really have to go in a big circle? I don't think it did. Memory number 3. Oh! Oh, that was an unpleasant sound. I'm not gonna waste any time here. Wait. Hold on. No. Okay, that guy. You don't have special... Yeah, fine. I guess I have to wait to determine how he died. There's some doors here that are, like, locked, or unlocked, rather, that I might be able to open. Who are you? You're that guy. Are you the other guy that got killed? You are. Wait. The beast is holding the lit cannon. So would that mean that the one who shot and killed him with the cannon is the beast? Or is it this guy? It's gotta be one of the two, right? Because he was the one that lit the cannon, I think. I don't even know anymore. Wait, 6 others were present? I'll have to figure that out in a second, but first things first. Crushed by a beast. Okay. Others were present. This guy. Okay, yeah, some of the same folks that have been there the whole time. All of their faces are blurred except for Mr. Man here. I still don't know how I'm supposed to be able to deduce his name. And then you. I'm going to go with you were shot by a terrible beast. The cannon shot you with the cannon shot you with the Kraken, yes. That's the worst kind of cannon. The kind that just shoots a whole doggone Kraken right in your face. That's just asking for trouble. All right, let me get out of here for a sec. I need to check something. First things first, I want to see what is through some of these doors. More corpse. Lovely. Okay. I'm not gonna go in there yet. Like, I feel like I should be able to answer a few actual questions before I start delving too much further into the past. None of these really have any other clues for me right now. Oh, hey, open that door. Kind of glad the doors do close on me, though. That helps me keep things a bit in check. Are there any other corpses or doors or anything back here? Why is this door faded? That's oh, hello. Okay, wait. Part of the doom had me on the bow. I think I need to do this one. Because that was like the earliest part of the doom. Oh! Oh! There's so much wrong with that! Oh, man. I just... Ugh. Well, this is right when the Kraken first struck. This guy, unfortunately, had a direct earful to all of that. You appear to be some kind of steward. You're carrying someone's meals. Specifically this guy, so you are this man's subordinate. That's good information to have. But in what regard? I need to identify who could be in a direct subordinate position like that to a non-captain. Because he's not the captain. We've identified the captain. What? Huh? What? I am confused. Well, ES, so it has to be... What was the name of the guy who wrote the book? It was... I saw an ES name up there. I just wanted to see. I guess it had to have been him. Edward Spratt was crushed by a beast. I don't want to revisit this memory. Ever. Okay. You two are always together. I need to identify where you came in. Because you're new. Oh, dear. Okay, so we got ourselves another new memory in here, but I want to find that Asian-looking man. Was it you? No. You. Yes. Interesting. So I can identify you, but not you? Why? Wait. Wait. Are you... No, you're over here. So you're depicted gambling with dice on the deck. You're depicted, like, holding up your hand to someone at a firing squad. Justice at sea. This tells me, it looks to me like this guy and this guy are part of security to keep, like, riffraff out. That's what this looks like to me. These look like security. Okay, I need to go back to the glossary. So, oh. Not, no. No, wait. There we go. Had to remember what button did what. Glossary, here we go. Okay. So, the mates. They are officers or tradesmen that support and assist their superior. General mates help to run the ship and serve at the captain's request. Tradesmen mates serve their supervisor. Tradesmen mates serve their supervisor. Okay. So, that tells me that not here. Did I scroll higher? I have to scroll higher. I think. No. Wait, where's the... Oh, Henry Evans wrote the book, not E.S. Life at Sea. No, wait, but where's the rest of the crew? There should have been... Whatever, I'll find them. I'll find him this way. So, others are present. Okay, yeah. You are one of the mates. The tradesmen's mates serve their supervisor. Oh, no. Okay, so this guy. I'm tracking now. The bosun, the surgeon, the carpenter, the gunner. And then there's these various stewards. So, you are currently we know you are an officer. We know that. And you are a steward. Now, how can I narrow this down further? Let's start by looking at the steward options. We know he's not the captain's steward, and I don't think he's the ship's steward because I don't think he's Indian. He doesn't look Indian. He looks like... Yeah, he looks... He looks like he would be from one of these countries. So he's either Welsh, Irish, or English. This would imply that he is the first, second, third, or fourth mate steward. That, or that officer isn't the first, second, third, or fourth mate, but he could be the bosun, the surgeon, the carpenter, or the gunner. Going by that, all of these are definitely possible. So, okay. Let's go back to the glossary and take a look at each job. The bosun. They are the foreman in charge of general crew operations and equipment required to sail the ship. The gunner is the military officer in charge of the weapons. Surgeon is the doctor. And the carpenter is the tradesman responsible for maintaining the integrity of the ship's structures. Now, if I go back to the crew sketch, and now I actually know where this dude is. Oh, yeah, William Huskett was the first mate. You. You're relatively close to the captain. but I don't believe you're the captain's steward, especially because you have your own steward. I'm inclined to believe this is the second mate, considering his position. I'm going to say this is second mate Edward Nichols, which then, by process, would mean that this would be the second mate steward, Samuel Galligan. I might be wrong, but I think this is a sound guess. Now, I still don't know how our mate Ed here managed to bite it, so I don't think I've got enough information yet to warrant a fate check. Who else can I potentially ID? This guy. So I don't have any indication as to how he died. But one thing I can say is he definitely looks Asian. There's something about him that says he's Asian. So if I look into that, he could be one of the topmen. What's a topman? Open the book. Ah! Topman. Yeah, topman. They specialize in work above the deck. Do any of these account for, like being a guard? General manual labor is the seaman. Midshipman is an officer in training, assisting officers and tradesmen to learn ship operation, usually of privileged status. Uh-oh. Okay, so that guy who I was saying was the steward, he might be a midshipman. That's also a possibility. Because he could be like a steward in training. The helmsman is in charge of the ship's wheel, but I think we already found that. Yeah. So nothing is to really indicate being in security. That tells me that him being a topman is definitely a possibility. Are there any others that he could be? I don't think he's a seaman, but it's possible. I don't know. I have a feeling that out of all of these nationalities... Actually, hold on. What's Formosa? I'm actually not familiar with Formosa. Let me take a proper look at that. Republic of Formosa. Oh, it's Taiwan. It's Taiwan. Okay, that makes sense given the names. So, I don't think he was one of these, though, because I don't think he's a passenger. He's not acting like a passenger in these shots. He's acting like a member of the crew. So, I think he's got to be either Huang Li, Jie Zhang, Li Hong, or Wei Li. Those, I think, are my options. For now, I'm going to mark him as an unknown topman. I guess he could also be Omeghul. He could be Persian. I don't know. He looks more Chinese to me. Like, that's the closest nationality that depiction looks like. I have to be honest. It feels really weird having to try and make this I can't talk today. Decisions like that based on the artist's depiction of these characters. Because it's like I'm trying to not accidentally, like, profile, but at the same time, the game's kind of asking me to. I swear, it's a fine line you dance when it comes to representation and accidental, what's the word I want to use here? Representation and accidental bigotry. Because, Lord knows, I don't wish to offend. But I have to make determinations based on the information the game gives me. I don't think there's anyone else here that I can adequately identify. Though I think I can say you're likely another topman, or maybe a midshipman. All right. Well. Oh. Above deck? Uh-oh. Let's go back above! Mr. Ghost? There you are. I had a feeling I didn't need to follow it that far. How did this poor soul die? Let's find out together!
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane.
Huh?
How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The robes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Okay, we already have some great information from that dialogue. Okay, so we can identify him. We can identify you. And we cannot identify you. So we know this dude is Danish because he called him a Dane. And I didn't even consider until this conversation about the potential of accents. Because this guy had a very Cockney accent. I think that he is definitely one of the Englishmen. You didn't have much of one, though. I have a feeling you might be one of the Americans, or... Actually, hold on. Hold on. It's a little hard to tell, but I think that he's got darker skin. I mean, this isn't the 1800s. It's possible that he was... There's a lot of possibilities, actually. Okay, but let's start with this. This unknown soul. We know he's he's Danish. So there's only one man from Denmark. Lars Lind was clubbed. Uh-oh. Okay. Clubbed by a, at this moment, unknown attacker. All right, we don't know who you are yet. That's okay. You. You've been killed already. We've seen your death. Okay. But we don't know who you are yet. Hold on. Okay, you got 3 marks, so you're going to be hard to pin. You're easy. And I'm not surprised by that. Okay. Yeah, confirmed. You. Memories. Depicted in underway sketch. Show memories and first memory. No. I need to see what other memories you're in. I'm going to bookmark it too. Show memories on deck map. You were in here. Can I go to this memory real quick? I want to, like, go back to this memory. Okay. I need to go back to that memory. Oh! Oh my. Seven Weaver's soul disappeared during the events of this chapter. Their fates are cataloged here. Oh dear. So we don't know how some of these guys died. Huh. All right. Well, let's just start. Disappeared in the dune. Interesting. So I want to go there. I believe that's you. Part 7 of the Dune. Nope. You? No. You? No. You? No. You? No, but I think you might be an officer. Where is Mr. Man? Okay, it's not you, but there is some good info here. So you're currently fighting with the crack. Oh, hello. So we got 3 people thrown overboard over in this one. There are 3 folks that were thrown overboard. I can't get close enough to ID them. But I think it's a safe bet that that's how this guy died. This unknown soul fell overboard to his death. I figured out how he died, I think. Assuming, of course... Did I not mark... How did I mark your death? Yeah, you were crushed by a terrible beast. That's not true. You were torn apart by a terrible beast. All right. Now... Wait a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it says that there's 12 others present. I've counted 7. Let me just count the whole again. 1, 2, 3. Wait, yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically, what I can do to determine this, 3 people here fell overboard. That means everyone who I see that appeared in this section, but does not appear when I do this, they are the ones that fell overboard to their death. So, let's see what we got. Neither of them. Yep, not you. You're the main event on this one. Yeah, you're the Chinese man, so I don't know how you died yet. And you're the second mate, I'm assuming. And what are you? You're that guy. And you. I think, isn't this the same guy who was like trying to? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. You are clubbed, so you're definitely not one of the ones that died here like that. I don't think I saw you two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, okay. So I currently need to find 3 folks. Okay, that officer with the hat. Not it. Gambler 1. I'm calling him Gambler 1 and him Gambler 2. Gambler 1 is not it. Security guards 1 and 2 are not it. Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Not it. Easy enough. Those are easy. Which one are you? Are you Gambler 2? No, you're the Chinese man. And yeah, you're the security guard. So that means you fell overboard. And you also fell overboard. I might not know who you are, but by process of elimination, those guys had to have fallen overboard. But now we get to the fun part. We need to figure out who this guy is. Who killed Lars? We know that he first appeared here in section 1 of the Doom, but he disappeared in part 7. I need to see what other memories he appears in at all. Doesn't appear to be in this one. Is he here? You know, I should make it clear that I know which person I need to inspect. Yeah, that guy. I don't need to check all the rest. I just need to look for him. Oh, it's got the little bookmark thing even on the memories where he's not there. That's good to know. Please be in part 6. Darn. So he only exists in these 2 memories, and through that, I need to ID him. How can I ID him with that little information? Over my dead body. There's no cause for trouble. Get in the boat. You killed my brother. An accident in the ropes. Okay. So that does give me another piece of information that I needed to consider. This man has a brother. I'm also still under the assumption that he is English. So let me see if I can find 2 Englishmen with the same last name. We got Parrott, Davies, Evans, and Wallace. Sefton. Anderson, James, Milroy, Lank, Hirschnick. Peters. Shirley. Peters. Samuel Peters. Nathan Peters. He's one of the Peters brothers. I don't know which one. I'm going to go with Nathan for now. Did you say anything that might have helped? There's no cause for trouble. Get in the boat. Thought I'd forget you killed my brother. Am I able to get, like, a check on this now? I feel like I've answered enough fates for another check. Let me go back to the Doom chapter. I still don't know this guy's name, but I should be able to deduce it, apparently. So he exists in part 2. Which is a chapter I don't want to have to revisit. Were you in this one? Yes. You were in part 3. You were in part 4. You were not in part 5. Hold on. Samuel Galligan, crushed by a loose cannon. Edward Spratt was crushed by a terrible beast. Lars Lind was clubbed by an unknown attacker. Wait, that's right. I need to mark his name. So let's try... Oh, hey! Look at that! 3 more fates correct! So Lars and Nathan, I got those right. I got Edward Spratt right. Nathan Peters fell overboard to his death. Hold on, though. That implies something else. That implies someone else I got wrong. So I got Lars correct. I got Ed correct. And I got Nathan correct. But this means you are not the second mate steward. Which also, by proxy, means this isn't the second mate. So I'm going to now go with the third mate. Because I don't know who he is. I just know that this guy has to be the other guy's steward. That's the only thing that makes sense. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. All right, well, I've been going for about 45 minutes, and we have managed to clock another 3 fates and gather a bit more information about a few more. I think that's as good a place to stop as any for the moment. Gonna take a bit of a break, and then next time on Return of the Obra Dinn, we'll see if I can uncover a few more fates and find out just what mate that man is. I know he's gotta be a mate. I just don't know which mate. Until then, thank y'all so much for watching. Goodbye.